All right, for this part, we're going to work on the windows, on the side windows, and on the front windows. So for this part, I'm using black, ivory black, or any black you have. Round small brush. And what I'm going to do is take part of that window and create a darker rectangle inside. Again, down, so you have part of it, not all the way up, down here, just kind of a line right there. It's on an angle. The top part is angled with the same line of the top of the window. Again, let's do down here. Let's do one here. This one is divided into two. Because there's a bar in between. Again. A little bit on top. Small one. And then another one down here. Leave some space in between. And the one down at the bottom. Now, I'm going to go to these. It's the same idea, even if you do one line like this, because these are further away, so you don't need to cover the whole thing. We'll just do this. Again.
Doing that on the right-hand side?
Hmm?
Are you doing that line on the right-hand side?
No. This line?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
No, no, no. Just on the left.
Okay.
Just the left side. Just a little kind of a line on the left side. It just gives you that depth, shows a depth. Because the right-hand side line should stay burnt sienna, because that is the thickness of the window, or thickness of the wall, I should say. Okay, now up here, top, there's a little kind of a detail, like an arch on top. And we're not going to do too much, just a suggestion, kind of. Okay. Okay, so we don't want to do too much of too much black. We will adjust the sides, the windows. When we're done, we will adjust a bit here, 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 those windows only. I'm going to adjust them and then I will stop so you can do the same. This is burnt sienna. I put some white. This is just burnt sienna and white. You don't need to put too much white, just a little bit. These windows here on the side are wider. So the dark that we have here is a bit strong. So that's why I'm adding another line in here. The side ones, these ones here, just to give it a bit of detail. Wow, it looks too white. That's okay. I'm gonna let it dry and then I'll glaze it. I'll glaze it with burnt sienna, but I have to let it dry first. Right, so okay, for this part, these windows, we're gonna use Payne's gray, white, and a bit of black, just to make the blue more more on the grayish side than the Payne's gray, more gray than blue. And we're gonna really simplify the windows. I'm gonna put blue right here, another one down. And once I put that, I take a bit of white with the tip of my brush, and I'll just add a tiny bit of white in here because the color is still wet. So this is more like a reflection of the sky. You do the same. Okay, let's do this one. I'm going to add a bit of white now. Quite a bit of white. Great. Good. Again, for the lower one underneath, and we will put some detail. I'll show you in a minute. We're just putting, right now, we're just putting the color, the blue or the gray blue, and then we will add a bit of detail to push the window in. I take white, put it in my gray, and again, I'm just gonna draw a line like that, like this, which just represents whatever it is in the back, or as well the reflection in the window of the sky in the window panes. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more white with my blue, just add a bit of more white, and I'm just going to add a line here and another line there. That's like a strong reflection of sky in the window pane and the glass. Very strong, the one that whatever we're seeing in the reference, it's a little bit too detailed. So to avoid that, I am just adding a suggestion of reflection with white, lots of white and a bit of blue. After I do this, I'm going to take a little bit of black, mix my black with burnt sienna. So it'll be like a dark brown. And I'm going to come here and add a stronger shadow in there. And I'm going to do the same for the windows at the bottom. So I'm going to take a little bit of that dark brown or burnt sienna mixed with black. And I'm going to add a little bit of that dark color just to push the window in. There's a lot more detail in here, but there's no need to put all this. We just put just a little bit of a line in here underneath this window and that one here. And maybe just kind of a little bit of a line in there, if possible, if there's room. All right, that's good. It's a lot more detail in the original, but that's too much to do. All right, very good, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna stop, pause, and then we'll come back to this. Right, we're gonna continue with the same colors for the rest of the windows. I'm gonna do these two here, two windows, and then I'm gonna stop recording and continue because it's the same. It's exactly the same. there's no need to record that. Record the whole thing, all of those 6 or 4 windows. This is the main layer, first layer. And then I'm going to be putting a bit of black in here. On this side. Same bottom part. Again, this side. Exactly what we did top part. It just pushes these windows in. A little bit of a frame in here. Thin. And another one right there. Thin. Thin line. Bottom part is really hard because these windows are underground kind of. So I'm not gonna put too much detail here. Right? Oh, one window is higher than the other. Let's put them both on the same level. Why? This one too. All right, what else can we put in? Okay, I'm gonna do the first reflection of the first window. So again, same idea as we did up there. And just kind of give it a bit of highlight. All right. Again, let's take burnt sienna and put a bit of, I'm going to put a bit of Payne's gray in it. Sorry, I have to move this little division in the center to the side. It's actually just a little bit, I think I pushed it a tiny bit too much to the left. Let's push it back. So what I'm doing, what I did is I glazed these windows, the upper part, and I'm going to glaze the bottom one too, with titanium buff and burnt umber. And it's a glaze. It's a transparent color. These windows are looking a bit too blue. So I'm putting a layer of warm kind of a off-white color on top to tone them down a bit. There's just, it's the first thing you see when you look at the building now, instead of looking, you know, at the whole thing. It's taking over. That's much better. And the one at the bottom too. Yeah, I like this better. It just kind of toned down that bright blue, and it's more on the brown. I'm adding the same glaze, the same glaze with the titanium buff and burnt umber. This glaze right here to the side windows, because I'm finding that they look a little bit too dark. Just a line like that. There, much better. Right. Next step, I'm mixing burnt sienna with a bit of black, and I'm going to put a bit of details in here. Finish working on the building. I need a little bit more black. Small brush. My paint is kind of like a glaze, not too thick. And I'm going to put the same on the side here. So I drew a line in pencil, and I'm just going to go over that.
What color are you using?
I'm using burnt sienna and black. And it doesn't have to be a sharp line. It could be just a hint here and there. It doesn't have to look like it's one line and it's straight and sharp, and a hint is enough. And now let's put some of these same underneath the windows. There's a lot more detail on the building itself, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to put all of that detail. We're going to put a bit just to make it look more interesting, and we're simplifying. I'm glazing this part to give the window that part of the building a bit of depth. Okay, that's it for the building. Next week we'll work on the street, cleaning up everything in here, and then before we start putting the trees and the lamppost.